Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. This is Severe Storm Filmer back with another weather forecast. I just wanted to say happy early New Year to everybody here. And I just wanted to say that we do have some Great Lakes, Ohio Valley snow coming tonight, which will trigger a snowy New Year's Eve. So I have all those details for you, and I'm going to break down snow accumulations and all those that details. All right, let's get started. Okay, so here's the low centered over Chicago here around probably about, I would say, 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon here. And as this continues circulating here, you can see it's going to start moving. And it's not really going to be a fast mover, but it's going to start moving southeast here. Heavy snow and mix coming down in portions of the Ohio Valley and maybe even portions of that Pennsylvania area as we go into our 5 p.m. hour here. And then that 7 p.m. hour here, we'll continue with that same trend as we go into the time frame of the ball drop here. You can see heavy snow coming down in portions of this region right here. And this is likely going to be a heavy wet snow. So we'll likely have heavy snow coming down, but it will likely not really accumulate. We will have a wet snow so that our temperatures are likely going to be above freezing in much of this area right here. But taking a look at the total snowfall accumulations as we go into the morning hours tomorrow, you can see, again, not very impressive here in this entire region here. You can see maybe some isolated areas of 2 to 3 inches right there, and maybe a dusting upwards of an inch everywhere else here. Not even half an inch in this gray shade, just really a dusting and really a heavy wet snow accumulation here. It's likely not going to really accumulate at all in this entire region. So I wouldn't get your hopes up about the snow that we're going to have. I mean, if you love seeing snow falling, good. But if you like snow accumulating, not really going to be the happiest moment for you guys, unfortunately. But again, we will get a dusting up to an inch in this entire area that I'm circling. So no need to worry about not having snow because everywhere but these black areas will have snow. So nothing to worry about there. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so we have a massive weather pattern change that is likely going to be imminent after that New Year's time frame. So let's time it out for you here. You can see that Clipper system will move through the Great Lakes region tonight. We'll likely have some mountain terrain snow in West Virginia as we go into the day tomorrow here. Lake effect snow being possible in Lake Erie there. And as we go into this time frame, our next system is lingering in California. As we go into this time frame, it starts to intensify just a little bit. And as we go into that third and fourth time frame, it really starts to intensify, favoring a cold rain for Texas, Louisiana, maybe even with some icy mix embedded in there too. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some mix embedded in there with some of those 30-degree temperatures in Texas and Louisiana tomorrow and into the second and third day of January. Going into this time frame here, you can see some mountain terrain snow for Nevada and California. Might need to pose a winter weather advisory for some of those areas, but not really a big threat for snow in that area here. You can see another Clipper system yet moving through with that northwesterly flow through the Great Lakes region here. And then as we go into this time frame, lake-enhanced snow continuing for Appalachia. That gets destroyed by the high-pressure system. And then we have another system to watch out for. This could become a full-on winter storm, so watch closely here. And this is basically likely going to be an accumulator, too. This is a 988 millibar low here as we go into that time frame here. Might need some winter storm warnings in Washington, maybe even portions of Western Canada if we could get that snow going just right. Clipper system down here in Oklahoma likely posing the risk for a winter weather advisory or two for some of those heavier snow totals there, but not really going to be a big deal with that Clipper system at all. As the system brings another Clipper system to the northeast, then it becomes potentially a full-on blizzard. My confidence for this is low right now. though it's likely going to be on the increase if this shows the same thing later on and tomorrow. So just be aware of that my confidence is medium, I would say, right now for this storm system. But the one coming behind it is highly concerning because all the models have been in agreement with the storm system here, a 992 millibar low, so likely a winter storm for portions of New Mexico, getting up into Colorado, maybe even portions of Minnesota right there, with a blizzard potentially developing here by the time we get into January 9th. A lot of uncertainty with this as well, so my confidence with this one is kind of low right now. All right, though it is getting up to that medium stage, it is still low, but getting up to medium because the model has been very consistent in showing this blizzard, not in the same area. That's why my confidence is low, because the where it's likely going to hit is likely going to shift around over the course of the next few days. So a lot of uncertainty going in to this blizzard and where it might hit. So just be aware of that. Severe weather likely possible for the Carolinas as we go into January 9th here towards afternoon. Big blizzard blowing up across the Northeast. As of right now, this is what the model's showing right now from the model guidance. Big blizzard erupting across the Northeast. Not saying this is going to happen, but there could be some wraparound snow as well, meaning that there'd be a lot more impact. So we're going to have to watch this over the next few days. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes on this blizzard and where it hits. All right, let's move on to the last thing. Okay, so taking a look at our European model, high resolution here. Taking a look at the polar vortex here, you can see this is 500 millibars into the atmosphere, probably about 50,000 feet up there. As we go into this time frame here, you can see, looking at this here, you can see we have ridging ongoing over portions of Canada and portions of North Dakota and Nebraska as we go into the fourth time frame. Obviously, we have a clipper system that's going to go through the Ohio Valley, so that's what that blue was there. And then there comes that potential blizzard. Well, that likely blizzard, again, we don't know where it's going to hit, but we know that blizzard is definitely going to happen. And then we have a cold blast that's likely going to be ongoing here. So we're really just going to have to watch this. A lot of uncertainty going into if the polar vortex describes itself as well. It might run into itself and it might unleash this cold air into the United States as of right now. But I'm questioning it still. Here's some questions I'm going to ask here. I'm going to put them up now. The first one is this going to happen? I ask myself that all the time. Is this going to happen? Yes, this is likely going to happen, though it's likely not going to happen at the time frame it's showing right now. This is 10 days out, and I really don't think this is going to happen where and if right now. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes on that. The second question is the polar vortex going to drop and hit much of the United States like it's showing on here? Definitely a possibility, though I don't know. There is certainly a possibility it dominates over much of the United States, and if it does, that's probably going to unleash an even bigger blizzard if those two lows clash together a lot more. But what goes into this is, does the two jet stream phase together? The polar vortex and the subtropical jet. Do they phase together to create this big old blizzard like it's looking right now? We're looking at that, and that's the last question I have for myself. So I'm going to put those questions up there. I'm going to list those 4 recommended channels on here again. All right, there we go. Weather Watcher, One Nation Weather, Mitch West Weather, and Weather on the Go. Those are 4 very honest and non-hyped up channels that I recommend you guys watch. All right? And obviously my channel too. I'm working on not hyping things up either. But anyways, guys, I'm Severe Storm Filmer. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve, and I hope you guys have fun watching the ball drop, if you watch the ball drop. Make sure you like and subscribe on your way out. Happy New Year, everybody.